God fucking damn it. Hi, baby. I feel a jacket today. It's not that hot. Well, at least it ain't on here. Do 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 do. There we go. Oh, oh my goodness, my goodness. Yay for fucking weekends. So I can hang out here for afternoon. Aye. Get some ganjas grounded up and loaded up for the afternoon, all that fun shit. Kinda get into it and all that fun stuff. Honestly, like, fucking got some shit grinding my fucking gears. Like, woke up this morning to a post and I'm just like, oh, okay. Well, I now immediately woke up with a bad mood. So, it's like, god damn it. Frankly, some real stupid scummy shit too, honestly. Where it's just like, wow, really? But I'll get to that in a sec. Get to it in a second. Actually, let's get some background music going. Tend to forget that a lot. Oh, come here. There we go. E. Alright. And E. There we go. Sweet. Damn, this actually feels kind of ominous. Feels like I'm in space. About to be invaded by like some alien hive ship or something. But either way, let's get this shit grounded. Get this shit going. So, that's the main thing I want to kind of vent off about primarily and shit. It's honestly about like fucking vets mainly. Not really because of them, but because of other motherfuckers, if anything, that are not exactly seeing the bigger points about things and are essentially wanting to paint, like veterans as an absolute, which frankly on any side of the fucking spectrum, it's straight up like fucking like it's fucking ridiculous, honestly. Whether it's like none of them could ever do any wrong or they all are wrong. Like, I mean, really on any side. Especially considering in the US, like, the little opportunities people generally have and the fact that the military does legitimately offer an outlet for people to be like, hey, I can get college and potentially have a trade. And be able to, like, have a useful skill that school didn't teach me because the school system was fucked. So it's just like, I mean, I'll get more into it. I don't want to, like, breach my load a little too soon. Before I even talk about who I'm really talking about specifically, if anything. process. It just took me a second to process this text my friend sent me. I got banned from Hunter Avalon's chat by Hunter personally for saying Mao had the right idea about landlords. Oh, dude, how do you do that? Why, bro? Oh my god. Hunter's still a lib, bro. Like, Hunter Avalon's still liberal. Like, you can't just say fuck landlords like Mao and then expect him to just not ban you. I mean, I like him, but still, I know where his fucking, like, you know, positions are. Like, he ain't just gonna let that fly. Oh my god. Though he's not wrong, Mao had the right idea. At least when it came to landlords, specifically. Everything else, you know, mixed opinions. But landlords, though, he had the right idea. How do you, like, what the... I'm wondering, like, it couldn't just be, like, you know... I personally think Mao probably had a better idea about, you know, the whole landlord thing. You know, it's like, it can't be like that. It had to have been, like, you know, he was trolling him a little or something. How do you do that, man? But... Oh, now he's actually explaining it. He had just got done debating a leftist and made the statement, landlords are parasites, and he went on and ran about how landlords aren't parasites, and I couldn't help myself. Oh my god, dude, Hunter, really? Landlords are parasites. Like, it might take you, you know, some time to eventually enlighten yourself, Hunter Avalon, but landlords are nothing but parasites and nothing but exploiters. And leeches. That's literally what they are, and nothing more. So, you'll get there. In time.
Okay, and where?
I still can't believe you got banned out of that chat, bro. That's kind of amusing, honestly. I don't really talk in Hunter Avalon's live streams anyway. I'd never catch him anyway. But, even if I was, like, you know, reacting in a comment section or a live chat, you know, about, you know, content creators saying that landlords are parasites, I wouldn't necessarily be, like, full on in. You gotta, like, you know, it's slowly added in there, you know? Honestly, you probably just thought that my buddy was probably just, like, a fanboy of, like, some other, you know, of the dude that he was debating or some shit. I thought, oh, just a random chatter from this guy's fan group, so fuck this dude. But, honestly, like, my little thing that got me under my gears actually, you know, with some other lefties too. Actually, mainly with this guy named Bad Empanada. Which I really, overall, don't really have that much problems with him. Like, he tends to be pretty, you know, good overall, until it comes into very specific things. And one of them is with, mainly veterans. And I, you know, especially as an anti-war leftist, think that, you know, disparaging literally every fucking veteran as, like, you know, some sort of arm of, like, the, you know, as, like, a literal arm of these war profiteers doing their every bidding and will and going along, you know, to get along with it, and doing so with a little grin on their face, is bullshit. Like, I mean, it really is, because, you know, especially, you know, me, and knowing plenty of fucking veterans of, you know, from the Gulf War, the Afghanistan, Iraq, Vietnam. I've known veterans from various different fucking, shit, you know, that the U.S. has gotten itself involved in. And every single one of those fucking people have essentially come back, you know, broken, fucking changed, and traumatized. And some of these people that I know didn't even get to be in frontline shit. Like, they were, you know, doing, like, you know, either, like, mechanic work or engineering work and other shit. But, you know, at the end of the day, when you're in the military, you're, you know, the last, like, the core part of your job is being the grunt. You know, even if you are specialized in something. So it's just like I knew a guy who was like an aircraft mechanic, but you know, of course, he would also go out on patrols too and do that shit because at the end of the day, he was still a grunt. But did he want to? No. In fact, you know, he started and got into it, and most people do generally, going in there all patriotic, gung-ho for the country and shit, but then realize it's all fucking sham, it's all bullshit, and it was all nothing more than just, you know, a fucking way to just, you know, let a bunch of pawns and a fucking bunch of meatbags die so a bunch of other fat cats can get richer. But now let's blame all of them though, right? Yeah, because that, you know, makes us, you know, a good person. That makes us, you know, a legit, you know, good principled, you know, a leftist that cares about humanism, right? Anyway, but this is like the fucking thing that I saw. As noted the other day, leftist veterans don't actually think they did anything wrong, which is fundamentally bullshit. Just objectively wrong. I know plenty of veterans, and honestly, just take fucking leftists out of it. Just leave it as veterans. Like, I know plenty of them that, yeah, they realize that they did some fucked shit. Maybe not them directly. Maybe they personally didn't do anything, you know, themselves because they never were in the front or, you know, out in the field, so to speak. A lot of people I knew weren't, but but at the same time, I know a lot who did. Because there's a lot of veterans out there. I mean, and around where I live, there is a legit, pretty decent amount, like a large amount of vets that live around here. And from all walks of life. There's some from fucking who served in Korea. There's still fucking Korean War vets that live out here and shit. Still, like, grabbing stuff from my hot case and shit. It's just like, I mean, what, I'm supposed to look at these people and just be like, oh, you know, they're just like the equivalent of like the fucking SS, just following orders, so fuck them. It's like, that's just such a tribalistic chimp way of looking at shit, and it fucking pisses me off. Because this idea of like, oh, you know, just because, you know, like, you have a system or a nation that is, you know, doing war crimes or fucking exploitative fucking shit, doesn't mean every single person that's forced into that shit or propagandized or indoctrinated into that shit means that they're all gun-ho wanting to, you know, be a part of that fucking banner. Plenty of people do, and there's plenty of fucking savages that, you know, gleefully, you know, go out of the way to kill civilians, you know, do war crimes left and right and shit. I mean, there's people like that, of course, but we're just gonna, you know, equate those same motherfuckers as, you know, some kid trying to, you know, pay for his college and tuition because the socioeconomic conditions are so fucked that his parents can't afford it, and he can't afford it, you know, working at a fucking McDonald's or some shit. Like, you really fucking think that, you know, it's just all, like, you know, they all bad? You fucking retarded fuck. Like, this dude is, you know, honestly starting to make me realize he's kind of a fucking moron. In some ways. Or at least very, very, very narrow-minded. Because there's this other part, too. It's like they still think they're just as special for willingly signing up to be... No one thinks they're fucking special for being a fucking vet. I mean, at this point, this is just some ableism. Because you're basically undermining the fact that these people who have PTSD, who have fucking trauma, who have seen shit, who have seen people die, who have seen friends and, you know, maybe even themselves blown the fuck up, but they're special. It's like, go fuck yourself, you actual fucking bitch. Like, you ought to get your ass beat by a fucking bunch of veterans, you little fuck. Like, go fucking tell a veteran who's been fucking broken in Vietnam that, oh, they're, you know, oh, you think you're special for signing up, you know, for being an imperialist hitman? It's like, you know, tell a fucking Vietnam War vet that, tell that to Iraqi vet, because guarantee you they'll literally beat your fucking ass in the ground and make sure that you're blind in one eye, fucker. Little bitch. They just think they all have gotten more out of the deal. You know what? maybe they're right. Maybe people who are pawns and being exploited as a fucking meatbag and a bullet sponge should get a little bit more out of the fucking deal. Maybe they should be able to, have an ability to actually get college and actually get fucking health care and actually get mental health treatment for their PTSD. Yeah, maybe they should, you fucking faggot. Like, because honestly, this fucking shit, this idea and the audacity to be like, oh, fuck these people who, go off to try to, make at least some sort of a stable, opportunity for themselves when they come back. Because, again, most of these motherfuckers, go in it to, have a trade. A lot, because guess what the military does offer? They offer abilities to actually get a fucking job and to actually have a skilled trade when you come back home. I mean, it's like, I hate the fucking military-industrial complex so much in this guy, but when it comes to the premise of what the military and the concept and the idea of it, it's not bad. Like, obviously, you're gonna need a fucking, some budget, for defending your nation and defending your people that live under it, to some degree, obviously. And with that, there should be, resources and abilities to have people that go there to have opportunities when going to civilian life, to be able to have a job, to have a trade, to have a skill, to be able to do something else besides just hold a gun and be some grunt. Like, instead of, just fucking on, veterans and fucking on, all these motherfuckers, just because, you dislike the entire military-industrial complex for what it is, like I do. That means, well, we should just fuck on veterans. Like, go fuck yourself. It's just like this disgusting shit. What up? Oh, not much. I mean, honestly, like, I kind of woke up seeing this community post, and it kind of got me under my fucking gears, and I'm just kind of venting about it. Which is by, like, a bread tuber, Bad Empanada, and this is, like, his side channel. And it, like, this post just really fucking got me. Because it's just, like, this shit about, like, oh, it's like, these leftist vets, just want more out of the deal, because they feel more special being, like, an imperial hitman or something. It's just, like, it is such a tribalistic fucking disgusting mentality of, like, looking at, like, the military-industrial complex and war profiteering, from an anti-war perspective. Because it just really is. Like, I mean, because there's even elements of, like, propaganda from the Vietnam War because of the same mentality that got pushed, that made it more, like, patriotic to try to be supportive of it. And the reason why is because it was the last war where there was actual live footage of soldiers actually getting fucking, ambushed and attacked and shit like that, and all this shit. Like, it was the last war where Americans were actually seeing the fucking shit we were doing. And that's why they were so against it, and vehemently so. And they knew that there was, some soldiers that were loving that shit and were, happy to kill a bunch of commies and, slaughter a whole village of them or whatever the fuck. There were people that knew that. But did that mean that every single motherfucker did that shit? Of course not. I mean, look at fucking Woodstock. There was veterans who literally tossed their medals that, for the longest time, because of the war, they thought, meant something to them, but realized it meant fucking nothing. And despite that, it took a lot, in them to just chuck this shit, across over to the White House lawn because, it was like, hey, you sent me off to basically be a broken fucking meat sack, to be left out in the street, for fucking nothing. And all you gave me was a bunch of fancy little, bronze or gold or silver medals. Go fuck yourself. Take them back, bitch. It's like these were fucking veterans that did this shit, who were sent out there to be the fucking imperial hitman, but realized, the fucking errors of what the fuck it was, realized the bullshit. It's just like, what, you don't think, veterans are like that now? I've thrown back too. I would, absolutely. Keep your fucking Purple Heart, you fucker. Like my missing arm because, I got fucking, infected, by a punji trap or fucking blown up by an IED today and shit, it's enough to know that I, earned my damage. In a sense of, for you. It's like I don't need metal to remind me when I already have the scar. It's like, thanks for teaching me how to end people's lives or send me somewhere dangerous. Yeah. And for me, you know, naively making a bunch of friends, you know, out in boot camp or in my battalion or in my squad, and then every day or every week or every time I go out on patrol, I see one of them fucking die. Or I never see them come back from their patrol. It's like, how many times motherfuckers, you know, saw that every fucking day and, you know, and had to just, like, bottle that up and realize, oh shit, what am I doing? Like, I have a lot of people that I know and care for, and yet they're just kind of going away left and right. What the fuck are we doing? Is it even worth it? And honestly, the comments really get me even more. This one, not really as much. Which I didn't see this at first, but honestly, like, this one looks like, yeah, I'm often expressing the same sentiment when people ask me why I don't like soldiers across the board. I try to be more sympathetic, since technically most soldiers are a part of the exploited working class. They're not technically, they are. Like, I don't have a problem with as much of this comment, but, like, bro, you're missing the point. Like, they are a part of the exploited working class. Frankly, I mean, why do you think the military-industrial complex offers so much when it comes to, like, hey, you want to, like, have free college tuition or you want it paid for? Join the Army. Oh, you want to get a skill in, like, you know, mechanical engineering? Join the Navy or something, you know? It's just like, why do you think they do this shit? Because it's a part of, you know, how they exploit the working class and shit. So you basically either have to join the fucking army or basically be stuck in poverty and hope that you can fucking make it out, you know, just by hustling it. Or joining a gang, you know, and being a part of life of crime. You very much get very little options if you're stuck a part of the exploited working class and shit. Either be a cog, or, you know, be an outlaw of some sort, you know, skirting the system, you know, or fucking join the army and hope that it gets you enough opportunity to be stable and hope you don't get fucking broken down, you know, like you know, like, you know, some sort of cog grunt, you know, drone that's, you know, there to be like, you know, fucking Terminator. Because at this point, like, I mean, I've seen a lot of videos because I'll watch some, like, gun channels and shit like that every now and then, and because of that, I get recommended, like, military channels and shit, you know, especially, like, on YouTube Shorts. And a lot of, like, YouTube Shorts that I see of, like, you know, either boot camp or, like, you know, at least, you know, before we all left Afghanistan and shit, you know, some, like, videos from Afghanistan, it's literally, like, 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds just literally fucking off. Like, they don't give a fuck. Like, do you think these kids give a shit? They don't give a fuck being there. They're just there because they know their college is going to be paid for. Like, that's all they give a fuck about. Because, like, well, you know, my dad did, and, you know, it's like, I can do this to go to college, and I can at least get a skill that way, and maybe I can make it and not have to fucking, like, you know, like, struggle to figure out what to do with my life. I mean, it's just like, fuck. Like, that's pretty much, like, what most people were, like, I was almost one of those kids. Like, I was almost one of those kids to be like, oh, I don't know what to really do. I might join National Guard or some shit, because at least I know college will be paid for or some shit. And then I can at least, you know, have a more grounded, you know, sense of what to do, I suppose. But, like, you know, because of my own reasonings and shit, mainly because of, you know, the military-industrial complex and how exploitative it really is, yeah, I didn't. But most people are desperate enough to not give a shit and go for it anyway. Despite knowing the fucking consequences, or the circumstances of it. This is one that really got me, though. I don't get it. Why should vets get special healthcare plans from the government when working people can't? That's not the point, you fucking moron. The point is that maybe healthcare should be accessible across the board, and the fact that even veterans can't get accessible healthcare is a fucking disgrace. It's the fact our healthcare system's so fucked up, buddy. That's why. Because if we can't even, like, get, you know, basic fucking access, you know, to be a bullet sponge or get your legs blown the fuck up or burn half alive in a fucking Humvee after it gets blown up, it's like, what, you think, you know, it's like, what, they should just pay for it, go into medical debt just like everybody else? Well, yeah, guess what? Nobody should, for one. And for two, it's just like, at the very least, if they're gonna go off, you know, to be some bullet sponge or a Terminator for the state, yeah, at the very minimal, the state should at least, you know, make sure they're kept up with. And healthy little drones and soldiers, right? Why is John not crying about it? Like this motherfucker's crying that John, like, is crowing about Jon Stewart not, like, advocating the healthcare across the border for construction workers or some shit. And it's just like, buddy, again, because our entire healthcare system's fucked. And the fact that it fucks just as hard, and in some cases even more so because of the PTSD, mental trauma, and physical traumas, including being limbless, or even missing, some internal organs here and there and shit because it got so damaged that they had to take it out. It's like, what, you think, they don't, deserve, something either? It's basically like, I mean, it pretty much feels like, oh, if, like what, they get specialties, with our fucking for-profit healthcare system? Well, no one should get it. No one deserves, little specialties stuff if it's a for-profit thing. It's like, well, yeah, maybe nobody should, but that's because it should be across the board. Sick, get help, motherfucker. Maybe that's why you don't get it, dipshit. Because, I mean, honestly, knowing his name, he probably lives in a country that has universal healthcare. Probably, straight up. He probably does. So he doesn't understand why it's so fucked over here. Maybe you don't get it because you ain't American, bro. Because you don't live in such a hyper-capitalistic system where you get fucked 8 ways till Sunday by your fucking government. You only get fucked 5 ways till Sunday, with yours. I was just following orders as a legitimate defense they have and they don't even hide it. Says fucking who? This is another one that really pissed me off. It's like, says fucking who? You wanna know who I hear that from? People like Chris Kyle, like the motherfuckers that actually do war crimes and take glee out of it. The motherfuckers that, I've seen or come back and know that have come back broken and shit, they will say that it's like, yeah, and, at the time I was, but, it's like, looking at it, I realized how fucked it was, and, and it wasn't, something that was good. They don't use it as a defense, and it's not legitimate. They use it as, they say it, in a lot of ways as a part of how they were brainwashed into this shit, and how they broke out of it. Dipshit. Like, honestly, like, these comments pissed me off more so than the initial posts, and this is what really got me, honestly. It's like, oh, it's like Starship Troopers, and literally, no, it's not. They're citizens because they serve, well, no! And they deserve social benefits that come from their conquests? Oh my fucking god, you actual fucking pig. It's like, this dude's just a pig, bro. It's like, you really do think that just every single person joining the military is, like, out there trying to, seek some conquest and glory and shit, motherfucker. Like, go fuck yourself, dude. It's like, there's a lot of different vets out there that, or even active current members or people up and coming that want to be like that and shit. But either they come back realizing that was bullshit and broken from it, or they were indoctrinated into it from the get-go and they end up being like Chris Kyle. So it's just like, I mean, really, you really come back either one or two ways. And frankly, I see more people come back broken more so than, more emboldened into that fucking indoctrination, more so than not. It actually doesn't take guts to send someone else to war. I mean, this is like the only thing I agree with. It actually doesn't. You don't see politicians, fucking having the guts to send, other people that barely have anything to rub together to fucking go off and die for a war. So, I mean, that's like the only agreeable fucking comment. I saw the stunning clip of Stewart's new show interviewing veterans on this on YouTube, and one who was black, he said that if the burnout are doing this to him as soldiers, spell, bro. Imagine what it would have done to the people living in those countries. Yeah, and a lot of these veterans recognize this shit. I mean, there's a lot of veterans and a lot of stories of people who've been so traumatized or fucked up at what, that has been done in these countries into the people that live under them. It's a part of the trauma, a part of why these people are fucking broken, bro. Like, that's why. It's like, yeah, I mean, a lot of these people, they don't have to imagine it, they were there. And they saw it. And most of these people didn't partake in it. In fact, a lot of them got reprimanded and fucking discharged or demoted or, penalized in some way for not following these orders. It was also in World War II, funny enough. This is the same thing that happened with the Wehrmacht and with some SS battalions too, funny enough. there were some soldiers within the ranks of different Wehrmacht and different SS battalions that were basically ordered to, do firing squad executions and shit, and a lot of times it's just fucking civilians. And there were a lot of cases where soldiers, especially very early on in the war, who would just refuse to shoot or even refuse to go up against the line, of the rest of the soldiers. They would just be like, I'm not going to do this. Like, what? These are just, like, half of them, these people are kids. Half of them are women. Like, what? They stole some bread? Like, really? I'm going to shoot them for that? And they would get reprimanded by their officers. And, they wouldn't necessarily get shot. They wouldn't get beaten or anything like that. Because if you're in a war, you can't exactly, damage your own troops. So they would reprimand them. They would demote them. And they would, do other shit, like send them off to another battalion or another part of the front that was far more deadly, that was far more likely for them to be killed. So essentially, like, there would be a lot of things that would be done to reprimand people that would refuse to follow war crimes and shit, just because they actually have a fucking conscience and they see the humanity of it. Because fundamentally, war just, breaks down, a lot of essence of humanity. Like, it's the breakdown of the human condition is what fucking war is. I mean, and all it does is just bring out the darkest of the fucking nature of, the human condition, from it. It's like, I mean, but from that, you're gonna get people that don't break from it. And, and see it for what that is. And can't stand that shit. Despite, either being forced to or out of desperation going there. Hoping that, coming back from it, they will get a little something better out of their fucking life. Stuart told me the question was too good to expect Americans in general to care enough to do anything about that. I mean, in a way, that's honestly not wrong. I mean, it's too good of a question to expect Americans in general to care about that because they, because what? Like, I mean, Americans don't get to see, a lot of the fucking horrors and the conquests or of the military-industrial complex and the war profiteering. They usually get to see a lot of the, all the soldiers, being all happy at their bases, taking pictures of their buddies and shit, everything in between all that shit. They don't really get to see that, so in a lot of ways, there's not much of a care for it. But despite that, though, I mean, I would say that because of the internet age, that's not probably as true as, you might think it is there, dude. Like, I mean, there's definitely a lot of people that, probably can care because, I mean, they probably have seen at least pictures or videos and seen, at least some, like, a close, at least the closest they can to seeing, what it's like. And they can at least get an approximation idea of like, oh yeah, maybe shit is kind of fucked up there. Maybe we should actually get the fuck out of there and, like, stop making things worse. It's a telling moment not only of Stuart, but a veteran who was pushing the most skepticism in the U.S. government and military of all the panelists. Yeah, honestly, this dude actually kind of gets it a little bit. It's like, yeah, because honestly, especially from the veterans who have served and come back, like, they, at the end of the day, tend to be the most skeptical of the U.S. government about what their real intentions end up being. Like, honestly, I mean, the most, like, skeptical of the U.S. government, that, or at least the people that tend to be the most skeptical of, aren't usually just, like, leftists or, like, people like me. It's honestly veterans. And they're also the ones who tend to be the most apathetic about, like, the system and how it is, and, with the and with the current things that are and shit. I mean, it's just like, oh my god, I'm getting a lot of notifications. Well, I guess it is 3 o'clock, but, I mean, it's just like, I mean, because in a lot of ways, they're the biggest victim of this type of shit, at least when it comes to being the meat sponge and domestically. And then make even bigger victims of the people that they fuck over and exploit overseas into other countries. I mean, it's like, this guy kind of gets it. At least this comment does a little. Yeah, well, that's the general run of the mill for the U.S. leftists, so no shock. It says fucking who? The only org social group of U.S. military vets I think do good work and are legit left flank vets. I haven't even heard of them. But I'm sure they're honestly not a bad organization. Anything I've seen from them is in line with some serious from anti-colonialism, decolonization, anti-war, anti-military recruitment, serious about socialism, not just sock them and so on. I mean, it's just like, I don't think just because, like, you know, like, oh my god. I mean, just because, like, you got, like, you know, some organization that, you know, is more of, like, social democratic leaning in its nature doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. Like, I mean, come on, dude. I'm most familiar with ex-Mary Marcus from that org, who's on this Revolution podcast. This is Revolution podcast is pretty often. I never heard anything from this remotely apologetic. On contrary, seems like serious Marxoid of some sort. Oh my fucking god. Get off the internet for once, bro. Like, what is this? It's like, Marxoid? You mean, don't you just mean Marxist? Oh my god, other than a left-wing vet, so it's like most other things called leftists in the US, it's just progressive liberalism masquerading something else. Maybe Don, some left aesthetic, not convincing anyone about this, serious about this stuff. It's like I kind of partially agree. It's like in the United States, yeah, like a lot of things that are leftist are more or less just like social democratic, like progressivism and shit like that. Like, yeah, I mean, in the United States, because frankly, the US is so fucking right-wing that, like, social democracy is seen as, like, at least moderate left-wing shit. Like, I mean, and anything beyond that is seen as far leftist shit. It's just like, it's like, what? I mean, you know, it's a little absurd considering, you know, the spectrum of the Overton window in the US, but honestly, that's just kind of how it is a little bit, dude. I mean, that doesn't mean, like, it's, you know, not, like, inherently left. I mean, progressivism, you know, can be either liberal or leftist, or a little both, you know, at least in my mind. Because it's kind of more of a broader ideology that, you know, can intersect in other, you know, leftist thought. So it's just like, yeah, at least a lot of the progressivism in the US, I would say, is a little bit more liberal in nature. That doesn't necessarily mean that, like, you know, things in the US aren't, like, left. I mean, there are, you know, there is, like, you know, elements of leftism in the US and shit, but it's just so small because of how far right the country is. I mean, it's just like, that's more or less the problem of the system of the country, bro. I mean, it's like, this is pretty much like, I mean, where a lot of these, you know, like, this is pretty much like where, you know, there are people who are anti-American leftists, but are just mostly that. I mean, it's just like, dude, I mean, honestly, especially considering the, you know, decline and the rise of fascism and everything else, I mean, there is a sense of, like, you have to kind of take what you can get when it comes to, you know, making progress and pushing more towards a leftist, you know, outcome and a more progressive outcome for the U.S. And not just the U.S., but for the whole world and the planet. So it's just like, I mean, yeah, it's like if we do get more, like, you know, progressive, liberal-esque type of folks, you know, on top of, you know, some other leftists in between that type of shit, that's still better for the U.S. and, you know, for the world abroad in comparison to right now. And, you know, with the rise of fascism and with the far religious fanatical right, you know, blended with it, I mean, it's just like, I mean, there is, like, a sense of where incrementalism does have its value, but it's just like, holy shit. I mean, you can't just, like, you know, just look at, like, the current status quo incrementalism and just look at all incrementalism and be like, fuck that, boo. It's like, you have to prioritize, you know, that shit. You gotta prioritize it, dude. And this whole, like, you know, oh, you just got, like, this progressive left stuff that's just mainly masquerade liberal nonsense or whatever. It's just like, you know, and quote, not convincing anyone serious about the stuff. It's like, it's not about, like, I mean, what's, like, what are you seeing, or, like, what is the convincing supposed to be of then? Like, if the convincing is to at least, you know, normalize more progressive and more, broader, speaking, leftist values and shit, I mean, in order to do that, you have to at least, you know, move towards that direction by at least getting to some, you know, legislatively, socially, you know, by various different means to get to that point. And when you have, like, a rise of a Christian fanatic authoritarianistic fascism, then you really need to codify and solidify a lot of social progressivism, which, frankly, yeah, I mean, is going to be pretty liberal in nature. But doing so can also embolden and push a lot of other leftist values with that, such as workers' rights and democratization of workplaces and decolonization efforts and anti-imperialism and anti-war. Like all these other things, can be bumped up and bridged with these things, with these other issues like social progressivism when it comes to like women's rights and queer rights and and normalization of these things, and just because. Like, if you're just like, no, fuck that, and just like gonna be like, nah, like, fuck all vets and like, fuck all this like progressive, shit because it's like, it's just liberal nonsense. It's like, then you're just shooting yourself in the fucking, not even in the foot, you're shooting yourself in the knee with a fucking shotgun. It's just like, I mean, like, what are you doing? It's like you're kind of being an idiot at that point. And at that point, it's like you're saying that it's not convincing anyone who's serious about stuff, but you're not convincing me, you're not convincing me, at least, who's serious about this shit. Maybe there are others who are serious about left struggles. I know what to be leftist what it means historically, but I never heard of them. Yeah, because maybe you're stuck online all the time, bro. I mean, for real. Like, I don't know. Go outside. Open some books. Listen to like some like labor music and shit. I don't know. Actually go out. Experience things. I'm talking orgs, not just individuals. Sure, some other individuals have seen the light exist. Oh my fucking god. This fucking weirdo is just trying to sound holier than thou, dude. I really do. I just detest these motherfuckers, because this is honestly the reason why there is infighting. I mean, these are the type of people that generally and genuinely are the reason why there is infighting, honestly. It's just like, what? Oh, you're not leftist enough because you sympathize with some vets, or, or like, oh, you're not leftist enough because, you buy into some of the liberal masquerading progressivism or some shit. It's just like, what? Maybe you aren't, bro. Maybe you're not. Because you literally want to have, like, some sort of weird fucking Puritan-ass, like, weird checklist, to go off of, and if you don't hit all of them, then it's like, nope, you're not. It's like, fuck you. It's just a bunch of fucking horseshit, man. Because, like, there is literally, like, far more fundamental, bigger, like, dangers just fundamentally on the rise. And this is, like, some things that, some people on the left want to worry about. Oh, it's just like, just left veterans, only want one thing, is just get more out of, being an imperial hitman, and they also used to just follow order scheme and blah, 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 blah. It's like, it's like, go fuck yourself. Stupid sons of bitches. It's like, actually, like, read some fucking books. Like, actually, like, listen to some fucking perspectives. I should go outside. Maybe I should, like, go work in a workplace that actually has some veterans in it and hear their stories. Funny enough, you actually might, have a more enlightened view about how the world is, especially with how the fuck, this, exploitative war profiteering system is. It's just so goddamn ridiculous. And all it does is just embolden the right further, because it just kind of fuels their propaganda. It's like, see, leftists don't care about the, troops. They just want to fuck them over. See? These leftists just want to, try to, like, make your country weak and have it taken over. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, I mean, it's like you could support anti-war and anti-war profiteering in the military and go against the military industrial complex and still side, with vets and support them when it comes to their struggle as well. Because they go fucking hand in hand, dude. It's like, it's so fucking ridiculous. And again, that doesn't mean you get, people like Chris Kyle, because there is a decent chunk of people out there, active and veteran-like, who are like that. and frankly, fuck them. You know, they're, those are the ones that I would, critique, like, these other leftists are critiquing pretty much all vets. Like, I critique them, with the same disdain that, they do for all of them. Because those are the type of people that perpetrate a lot of the fucking war crimes and suffering and shit that continues to happen, with the exploitation. But are all vets like that? Of course not. And honestly, it's dangerously stupid to think that. I've arrived. What's up, man? Kind of got near the end of my fat fucking rant. Do you know about a bad empanada? Where that guy? Because frankly, like this morning. I mean, I sent you some screen caps actually in the texting you to it, but it's like motherfucker really got on my goddamn gears a little bit with his little like hyper anti-vet shit. Frank, honestly, it's probably easy for him to crow about it and shit too, considering he's fucking, what, Balkan or something. Leftists would be trained people in the case of a revolution, all content satire. And also, these fucking people, these same fucking leftists also want to shit on him too. I mean, I'll read the post again just in case you haven't seen it though. It's just like, as noted the other day, leftist veterans don't actually think they did anything wrong. They still think they were just special for willingly signing up to be an imperial hitman as right-wingers do. They just think they should have got more out of it. Like, shit just fucking... I mean, this... I just kind of re-pissed myself off again, because it's like, I mean... The fact that, like, especially these days, like, most people, just willingly, go in there wanting to be, like, some fucking hitman for the imperialists, like, global hegemony or some shit is just retardedly fucking insane. And just thinking that, like, veterans or leftist veterans just want more out of the deal and shit because, oh, they were, like, some special hitman. It's like, go fuck yourself, you worthless piece of shit. It's like, what, it's easy for you to say, considering that you probably don't know a lot of the fucking, traumas and suffering that, that people have to go through, on both ends of the spectrum. From the people that are victimized due to the war and shit, and the soldiers that, get broken down and traumatized themselves, having to, be a part of it. It's like, there's, it's just like, there's no nuance in the, like, the... reaching that humanity, towards, those type of people, but I guess, totally fine because, oh, they're just, imperial hitman. It's totally okay to just shit on them. Veterans are special because they're a part of the working class, in my opinion. They literally are. I mean, anyone part of the working class does. But frankly, also, like, I mean, there was one comment, it's like, oh, why, is John Stewart, advocating healthcare for, like, construction workers or something? It's like, because our entire fucking healthcare system is fucked, and considering that our veterans are just as fucked, in some ways even worse, with everyone else when it comes to our healthcare system, is a fucking crime in itself. I mean, it's like if we can't even get veterans, fucking access to fucking healthcare and shit, then our, like, our entire healthcare system is, just that broken. I mean, it's more of an indictment to the healthcare system, you know, saying that, like, hey, you know, we need more access to healthcare for our veterans and shit. More so than them trying to crow for special treatment because they barely get any treatment as it is. Fucking retards. It's like it's easy for you to say because he's a fucking Greek, so his fucking country actually does give his veterans healthcare. So anything, you know, so for him, it's just like, oh, so in the U.S. that means that like U.S. soldiers, you know, get equal healthcare to fucking, you know, like you know, and equal access to it, you know, like anyone else, and they want to, you know, but in America they feel so special that they want more of it. Oh, when it's like that's what he fucking thinks. Like his privileged ass living in a universal healthcare country and having that fucking luxury when it should be a necessity, but in America that's a luxury. It's just like, yeah, I mean, it's like, no, go fuck yourself, you little pissant. It's like you don't know how the American experience is, so maybe you should shut up about it. Easy for you to gawk and make fun of it though, being a fucking Euro, little bitch. It's like, hey, your fucking country bankrupt? Hey, your country going to shit bad empanada? Why you fucking, you know, crying about America when your shit's all fucked? Maybe join the leftists that have been like, yo, protesting your fucking country, you know, for a long time. Dumbass. We're talking about politics so awesome. No, this leftist bread tuber, well, leftist bread tuber called Bad Empanada. Because I saw a community post he made earlier today or some shit about basically how, like, left veterans just want, like, special treatment or some shit and are just, you know, the same as right-wingers when it comes to being imperialist hitmen or whatever the fuck. Just shit that basically just pissed me the fuck off. Variable. What's this?
Hamsters are very cute and cuddly, but they aren't the best mothers.
Hamsters
often eat their own young if they are feeling stressed or threatened. This is because
oh my god, that mom just literally bit the head off of that one. Jesus Christ. And it has like some ukulele music like do 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 do. It's like, god damn, bro.
Solitary lives and don't have the support of other adults to help care.
Oh my god!
While this may seem harsh, it's actually a survival mechanism that allows the mother to focus on her own health and well-being. Watch out if your pet hamster ends up pregnant, however, as you may soon find that your cute pet turns into something of a cold-blooded killer, as mother hamsters often end up eating at least some of their young. It is thought that hamsters overbreed, and then have to abandon or get rid of the young they don't have the energy to raise. Rather than let them go to waste, female hamsters just decide to put their extra babies to extra use, providing them with much needed nutrition. So if a hamster mother feels like she can't provide for her babies, she will resort to cannibalism.
Well, if she can't provide for the babies, well, the babies will provide for her. Oh my god, bro. Is that like some post-birth abortion going on right there? Imagine if humans and moms did that. If you don't stop screaming, I'll turn you into a pot roast! Oh god, dude. Well, I think we would all... They should abandon them like us. Well, then they would just kind of like wither off and just die more slowly. I mean... Every time I saw one of the hamster moms go after their babies, they did go head first, so at least they give it a quick death. I'll give it that. I'm assuming that was just my dog making a noise. Is he over there or is he over there? Where is he? Oh, he's over there. What in the fuck was that noise then? Well, hey, baby. Hey! Rawr. No! Hey! 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 Bro, really? Come on. Bro, can you not? Really? Really? Seriously? Do you mind? Yeah, thank you. Hey. Hey. What's this? A Virginia school district apologized Wednesday for distributing t-shirts with a logo resembling a swastika during a conference. Huh? Wait, what's this? VA's? What? Okay. Alright, well, there's a picture of it. I guess this is what it is. Inspire, Empower, Lead, Hanover County Public Schools, Unified Professional. I mean... like, I guess a little bit, but... I don't know. I mean, it's... Yeah, a little bit, but, I mean, for fucking real, though, like, I mean, I literally see buildings that have, like, brick layouts that have, you know, architecture that looks like this. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that seems like a stretch. Be like, oh my god, it's a swastika, must mean you're promoting white supremacy. It's like, alright, a little bit of a stretch, bro. A little bit. Was ignore a prompt? No, actually, with my birthday, there's like a website where you can look up like your birthday and see when your parents might have conceived you, or at least like the week period that might have happened, and it was Thanksgiving week. So no, I'm actually a Thanksgiving night baby, probably. Whatever my parents are doing on Thanksgiving night, it resulted to me. So that much I know. It looks like a cross between the swastika and Star of David. I mean, it kind of looks like, if anything, considering, like, what is it? Where was it? Virginia? It's probably like, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'd say just because, curious now, can you link it? Well, it's a community post on YouTube. I think there might be a fucking link to it. Oh, yeah, there is. But, yeah, this is the picture of it. I mean, I don't know. I've seen also like Native American, symbols and art that also have swastikas as well that also look like this, but they're not like full on. They're just kind of like a different like style of it or stylization, because there are some that have like those little circles and shit. Like they're like, I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, it's a little bit of a stretch for me just because like there's a lot of like all over, like, you know, the world and throughout various different cultures, you can find different iterations of this type of symbol and shit. So it's just like, I mean, even in Judaic culture and shit, like ancient Judaic, you know, cultures and shit. It's just like, I mean, you can find this type of stuff. I mean, it's just like, fuck the Nazis for just like tainting everything when it comes to symbols, dude. I mean, they're fucking shit. I meant the whole birthday thing. Oh, that birthday thing. Oh, I don't even remember what the name of it is. I'll have to fucking try to find it. I'm sure I can probably just, like, look it up here. Hold on. I was born a month early. I was supposed to be a Christmas baby, but I ended up a November baby. Huh. Symbols are dumb anyway. Yeah. Symbolism dumb. But here, let me look up this, Alright, I have no idea how, if this works. Oh, it's called a conception calculator, okay. I think this is it. Oh, this is even... Fuck, I don't know when I was specifically delivered. Oh, fuck me. This isn't the one I, specifically, wait, hold on. Oh, I just need to select the, fucking just the month, day, and year. Okay. Okay, so you don't have to do the delivered thing. Here, I'll just put mine in here. I could go back to 1901. Oh my god. Yeah. August 15, 1901. Yeah, yes. Here, let's calculate the dates. Reverse on conception date, November 23rd, 1996. Implantation dates, between Friday, November 29th and Thursday, December 5th. At 40 weeks in conception would have been on or around Saturday, November 23rd. So it's about, like, around Thanksgiving-ish. I mean, I don't think it was at, like, 40 weeks. It was probably, like, what, 42 or something. I don't know when it would have been, but... Yeah, so, I don't know. Even it just had, like, the 40-week thing, it looks like it is. But at least where I found this one, it's babymed.com. So, they have, like, a conception calculator. I have to ask the specific detail of, like, how long I was, baking in the ovens, you know, just to get the more precise detail with that one, but, yeah. But if you don't know that specific detail, then I guess you can guesstimate. I'm a June bug. The only flag I own is the tool flag, the band tool. I don't like national flags. I only have alternative history national flags. Like, I mean, this one's an alt history one. I mean, this one is too. I have another one right there that's all history. Like, I have, like, more all history flags than, like, actual flags. Or I guess, like, contemporary, like, actual timeline flags. Like, I do have one American flag, but I have it upside down hanging in my room, and it's only about, like, I don't know, about the size of a typical sheet of paper, I suppose. I just keep that one just because I've always had it, but I have it upside down, and I pretty much have never flipped it right side up since, I don't know, like 2015. I purposely keep that shit upside down. So apparently most likely conception date falls between September 8th, 94 or September 12th, 94. So sometime during September for you. I once asked my dad about that made me. He said it was crunchy. Oh my god! Why? No! No! Stop! Stop! Stop it! Stop! No! Bad. Bad. I don't want it, like... I don't want to know from my own dad. I don't need to know from anyone else's. Like, oh god. Oh, sweet. Jesus Christ. That story, you can remember each... What does that even mean? I don't even know, man! That story, he can remember each and every... No man can remember everyone, dude. Like, this is just like... I mean, I still want you to stop, but, I mean... Frankly, though, I am calling bullshit on him immediately, though. Like, no man remembers every nut. Nah, dude. Nah. No way, bro. There's no way every, like, nut, like, there's no way a dude knows every nut they busted unless they've busted, like, one or two. Like, ever in their life. Like, unless that's the case, no way. No shot, bro. No way. So there's no way, no for sure. I mean, I still claim bullshit. There ain't no way. There's just no shot, dude. Unless unless he's just like like everyone was just so fucking euphoric or some shit. There's just no way. Does he have a diary? Yeah, I mean, yeah, like a journal? Does he, like, keep track? Does he have, like, a ledger somewhere? Like, if you look in the attic or something, or you're just gonna, like, find a ledger, like, with the date and time and, like, you know, the volume and everything? Oh my god, bro. What if he was just, like, that OCD about it? He's just like, I must document every single one. Bro, what the fuck, dude? He did have a diary, though. I've never read it. Oh, I guarantee you, dude. There's like a little ledger in there somewhere. There's like a little baby ledger in there, dude. Privacy and all that. Well, I mean, well, you said, I mean, he's dead, so, you know, I mean, I don't think, you know, at this point, the dead need not worry so much. Nut date, 1978, texture. Oh, God. My God, dude. I mean, honestly, just, you know, for the fear of knowing what may or may not be in there, yeah, I probably wouldn't open it up either. I wouldn't open it up. Not because of the privacy aspect. I mean, it feels alive, yes, but, I mean, posthumous-wise, it's just like, you know, I mean, I've done that with, my uncle and shit, and honestly, it's like, I mean, there was actually kind of a lot of stuff I'm actually kind of glad he written in there, because if anything, he kind of written down some of the stories he's even told me before, so in a way, I'm actually a little glad that he's kind of written, you know, or I've at least, you know, opened up, you know, one or two of his journals and stuff, just because it's like, oh, wow, he's actually written some of his stories in here before. It's like, cool. And some of the stories that he's had up here, too. So it's just like, oh, sweet, you know. So if anything, honestly, it's actually kind of nice knowing that he did kind of keep, you know, a little memento like that. He's born in 66, so he might have died in 78. Oh, my God. Oh, sweet Jesus. I'm slowly but surely trying to desperately change the topic of this. It's not working. Oh, Dios mío. What are you doing over there? Little fruit? What is like behind that door that is so interesting to him? My grandpa used to joke about the summer of '69. Oh my God, yeah, I know, dude. This is. I mean, it's like, and also, it's like I have to hear that song, "Summer of '69." I have to hear that song all the time at work, and I hate it. Like, I actually hate that song now. Cause, he said that was the best summer of his life. Yeah, so is the song that says it every fucking day I'm working there. it's like, I hate the whole Summer of '69 song. You just, like, brought up some, like, work trauma right there, dude. Ugh. Dude, there's just some songs that I actually just straight don't like now because of the fucking, like, little, like, store radio. Because, honestly, there's, like, for the longest time, it was actually, like, broken on, like, one playlist, and it would just play it for, like, over and over and over and over again. Finally, they, like, fixed it to where they're playing, like, their other, like, 3 playlists, which is really not much else. Isn't that a Kid Rock song? I don't even know. And nor do I really care. I just don't like it anymore. I want that song to go away. I mean, there's, like, and also, there's honestly some songs that I do like that they do play, but they fucking gut it. Like, they have, You Won't Be Fooled Again, by The Who on one, like, they're more, like, classic rock playlists that they'll have. And they don't even play, like, the full song. They play, like, a third of it. They leave, like, you know, it's, I mean, honestly, it's a wonder why they do. But, I mean, because it's kind of a pretty politically charged song. But it's like they basically take the most charged parts of the song out of it, and also they don't even keep the yeah like that. Like I'm not even gonna try to do it, but like that part of the song, they don't even have that in there. It's just like, what the fuck? It's like some songs, like they literally purposely make you hate it because it's like they don't even make the full thing. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, boo. Meet the new boss. Yeah, that lyric, not even there. They cut that whole chunk out. Like, I mean, they have, like, the last little bit of the, you know, lyrics in there, but they keep that specific part out. And it's so bullshit. Because, honestly, it's just like and there's good reason why they do, obviously. I mean, this is the reason why they do. They don't want you thinking that. I mean, there's just like, I mean, also there's like that song Physical. Let's get physical! Or whatever the fuck. That song just grinds my fucking gears. And also, for the longest time, and it was also the song that was on that broken playlist for like a year or some shit. I shit you fucking not. It would play at 3:30 on the dot every day. Every day. Like, it came to a point that I actually clocked it. And, like, so it basically proved that they don't, like, randomize the playlist. It literally is just, like, one long thing, and it's just, that's it. Like, and every now and then they might throw a few different ads in between. But, like, the music itself, it doesn't randomize or nothing. It's just, like, it's in one order, and that's it. They don't randomize the order. Which, honestly, is even worse. Because it's just like, when it's just the same thing, you expect the same loop, and then it just becomes this like shit. And then certain songs, you know, just really emphasize and shit and become the brainworm in your head. And especially once you realize that and start timing it, it's like, it actually does kind of drive me up the fucking wall a little bit. Because it came to a point, it's like, you know, I was like, because I started my, there was a point during that time I was starting my shifts at 3. I'd come in, I'd be like, and then around like half an hour in, I'd hear that song, and I'm like, that fucking song again. And then I'd like, look, it's like, it's 3:30. And then like, I'd keep in my head, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna like, you know, next day, see if it is again. And it would be, yeah, same thing, 3:30, on the dot. And I'd just be like, oh, what the fuck? It's like I tapped in, it's like I, you know, was enlightened, but, like, slowly going insane at the same time. It's just like, fuck! Working in retail can be hell sometimes. I mean, at least they fixed the playlist shit, so now it's not as bad anymore. But now it's just like, knowing that when I do hear a song, and I actually gotta get into it a little bit, because they do have some songs that, you know, at least the classic rock plays is the only one I actually like, because, I mean, well, they play like CCR, The Who, and shit like that. They play, it's Born to Be Wild. That's fucking, oh my god, why am I blanking on it? Why am I blanking on that song right now? Or, not the song, the fucking name of the band. Holy fuck. Don't tell it to me, I'm looking at Steppenwolf. There we go. I knew Wolf was in there. I mean, they got like Steppenwolf on the little classic rock playlist, so like, good shit, honestly. But like, half of these songs that they have on here, including Born to Be Wild, are cut short. It's like they're shortened down. It's like, what the hell? It's like they take out certain parts of the song because they know it would be like, you know, a little charged for the time. Because a lot of classic rock, at least the stuff they play, is like protest rock and shit. So it's like, I mean, they purposely do that, and it honestly aggravates me. It's like, so I get in a song, and then it like cut short, and it's like, ah! Or I noticing that there's like a jump a little bit, where it's like, editedly, you know, enough to where it slides well and shit. And it's just like, I know that. I heard that, you son of a bitch. It really just comes down to how I just get aggravated with fucking censorship. Like, censored songs are, like, horrible. It's not because of the music, it's because of the fucking industry and the fucking companies that restrict that shit. Because frankly, it's just like, I mean, a lot of these songs that they do censor are, in their original form, fucking awesome. And it's like they know they're too good to fucking have in their original form, so it's like they have to cut it down a little bit. One time in high school, I made out with my girlfriend's best friend because she was super shy and didn't know how to say no, and she was super aggressive. What the fuck? What? Damn. Go in player mode. Super best for a long time because I felt like scumbag for cheating, even though she was forced herself on me. Damn, bro. Kind of got like, I would assume that's a little bit of a, like, a little bit of a sexual assault at the minimal right there, I would say. Won't get fooled against like 8.5 minutes uncut. Yeah. And when it's played in the store, it's literally like 3 or 4 minutes. It's not even that long. And it's just, I mean, even like the interlude part where it's just like that, you know, that stuff, like they kind of cut that short too. Like they have it for like, you know, maybe for like a bar or two, and then it just goes immediately into that drum stuff, and then it just goes right into the lyrics again. It's just like, it's like you cut off like like the peak of the song basically. It's just like, ugh. Oh, so close to himself in the laundry room. You goofball, what are you doing? You closed yourself in there.
Somebody locked himself in. Well, come on.
You goofball.
Come on, anyway.
Come here, buddy. I'll give you a treat if you come over here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, look at you, bubby. Yeah, here, my bubby. You bubby. Look at Zero. Chompy, chomp. Okay, you don't need to, like, breathe that in my face. That'd be nice, thank you. Oh, that's gas. Oh, that's a good boy. That was a good boy. Hmm? Right. Who's a sweet bubble? Well, now you're just gonna chill out here? Just gonna chill out and be a handsome boy? Hmm? Oh, you're just so cute. You're just so cute. Yes, you is. Yes, you is. Yes, you're so cute. Yes, you is. Oh my gosh, you little smushy face. You little smushy face. Down here to constantly play country music is source to the point that I'd be suicidal if I had to work all the time. Oh my god. What was that? I mean, in a way, I'm kind of glad they don't play country, because it would literally just be fucking, like, bland, gross-ass, like, radio country shit. Just corporate country shit. It wouldn't even be good, like, outlaw country shit, like Wheeler Walker, or fucking, like, Mojo Nixon or anything, or Hank Williams. Like, boo. Not even good shit. Lame. Oh, look at Cyril. Look at the baby. Such a sweet boy. What's the rules? What was that? You goofy boy. Yes, you is. What? What? What, you silly boy? Huh? What? What are you looking at, huh? What you looking at, baby? Yeah, that's what I thought. Here. One more little treat for you. Boop. Love your dog, bro. He's very lovable. He's a very sweet boy. Here's a poor reply to a comment of mine where I said Tempe and fans just can't. Well, yeah, well, I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah. Don't. Yeah. How about, yeah, like, I mean, you know what, like, a lot of folks did when, you know, they were kind of marching and that shit, you know, once upon a time, they kind of, you know, kind of resisted and fought that shit. It's like, nah. I mean, if you're literally down to the last, then it's like, I guess I can get it to the last bullet, but, you know, I still say that for the last motherfucker walking up to me anyway. But maybe I'm a little too prideful. But they are too. I mean, if they have the whole cold dead hands rhetoric, I mean, what, a leftist can't? I mean, at least I guess, you know, for, you know, us, it's a lot more of a reason for it. It's like, yeah, cold dead hands for my, you know, just basic fucking rights and, you know, healthcare and, like, workers' rights. Yeah, and I mean, at least then, that's, you know, a lot more of a fucking, you know, to, you know, reason to, like, pry my cold damn hands away from and shit. At least in my mind. Not if I can't resist fish like you could. I think when push came to shove, you know, people are realizing to be more capable of things than they thought. I mean, that's also why I'm a little more confident about it myself, because, I mean, I've definitely been in push comes to shove situations with a lot of this type of, you know, or at least similar shit, and, you know, it's like, at least for me, I know I can at least handle my metal, so, at least enough for it to count.
You're worse than niggers.
Come here. Why do you just stand there? Man, you're a jerk. Shame that some people can't be reasoned with. I mean, for real, honestly. I mean, it's just like, that's kind of the reason why, at least, you know, for me, it's like, at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, you know, I'm willing to at least fight back for that type of shit. He said the N-word. Yeah, no, he didn't. I don't know why, but, like, he nicknames our cat Megers, and it sounds very fucking close to the word, but he does not, it literally, it's like, wait a minute, you go back 10 seconds or some shit on the YouTube thing, and you're like, did he? But no, he didn't. He's very mumbly too, so it kind of, it really does make it sound like he is. But no, he's not. I promise you. Will want me dead. Well, yeah, I'm a queer leftist and a very staunch, you know, anarchist too in a lot of ways, so they would want me dead too. And plus, you know, I'm also one that doesn't necessarily like, you know, being told what to do. I mean, that's kind of the whole anarchist point. It's like, I'm not exactly one that takes authority very well. Let's put that out to kind of dry a little bit. It's still really sticky. Maybe I'm just doing it because I live in Fascist Hill. Well, that's why you need to kind of get away from it. Because, I mean, I will be honest, like, even if you do move up here, there is going to be etchlings of them because they come down, or I guess they come up here, I should say. You know, it's like they don't necessarily live here, but they do like to come down here to fuck shit up. But honestly, I guess that's also another reason why I get so, you know, adamantly, you know, push comes defensive about it, especially, you know, meeting them as an equal, you know, when it comes to their edges of fight. Because if they want to try to make it so they're playing by, so you have to play by their ball. So who says that you have to? Fuck that. Make it so they have to play by your fucking ball. But every time they come down to Portland and shit and want to fuck with people, and then it's like, well, they were trying to pretty much say that, hey, we're gonna make people play with our ball. And it's like, yeah, every time they do that, though, it's like, see, they always are going to have people that are saying, nah, bitch, actually, the ball's on our court, and we're going to be holding it, not you. Down here, they run things, hence more of a reason to get out of there. Because, yeah, in Alabama, they do run shit. Up here, they don't. Make a build play if your ball sounds like sexual assault. I'm using an analogy of the whole like ball in your court thing. But yeah, I guess out of context it does sound a little sexual assaulty. It sounds out of context a little weird, I will admit. But it's just like, I mean, that's essentially is what, a lot of these, Christian fascists and religious fanatics are trying to do anyway. It's just like, they feel very emboldened, so they basically feel like they got the ball in their court, and, they're trying to play by their terms, and it's like, and especially in places where they don't necessarily have the influence or, power to just, like, get their way, then at that point, you don't necessarily have to play by their fucking rules or their, ball in their, terms. It's like you could swipe the ball away from them and play by your own terms at that point. Because especially every time they do come to Portland, they come here looking for fucking blood. Like, straight up. Like, the last time there was fucking protest, because of solidarity of another police killing that happened, I think back in, earlier this year, back I think in February or some shit. And there was some white nationalist dipshit that fucking was staying at one of his buddy's house, took one of his guns, not even his own, and started shooting at the protest that happened to be going by the neighborhood that this house was on. And because there were some people there, or at least one person, that, was there ensuring that, like, hey, if some motherfucker's gonna play, by their terms with, with their ball being the gun, well, ball's gonna be in my court. And when that guy started shooting and started going for headshots too, like, every person that was either wounded or killed was straight up, either around or at the head. Like this, like the person shooting the protesters was out trying to kill people. But one of them saw this guy on the lawn, pulled up, and took a few shots and critically injured the guy and put him down. And it's just like, because when these motherfuckers want to play, play with by their terms and shit, and there's people that recognize that and will at least on the assurance be willing to meet as their fucking equal and push back, then they kind of fuck around and find out at the end of the day. I mean, there was also the Michael Ronald case back in 2020, and then fucking Trump sicked the fucking feds on him and literally did a mafia assassination hit on him in Washington. Couple of fucking Proud Boys were going after him. A couple other people, I think. There's a couple videos on it. And he was getting pepper sprayed on top of one of them also attempting to assault him as well, and he drew on him in self-defense and shot one of them, killing him, and then fucking fled and shit because obviously he doesn't want to get continuously attacked by a bunch of fascists. And a couple days later, fucking a bunch of feds literally swarmed up on him as he was leaving one of his buddy's house to go to his car, and just fucking shot him and whacked him. To no due process, no nothing. Just judge, dread, and execution shit right then and there. And he didn't die immediately. Like, he survived the first initial attack and fucking tried to go for his rifle at that point because you're literally getting driven up and shot at. And by that, and at least that's what the story was by the feds. And fucking, he was crawling over to where the front of his car was, which kind of undermines the point of him going for his rifle or some shit. And finished him off. So they literally did a double tap on this motherfucker. Like, he got shot, wounded, was starting to crawl away. They walk up to the guy and fucking finished him off. So it's just like, I mean, that, and honestly, that was during, like, the Trump regime, too. It's like, imagine what, that or fucking DeSantis would be capable of. Which is fighting back on, with this shit, makes it that much, frankly, more fucking imperative. which was important enough to get assassination attempts on me. That wasn't an attempt. It just straight was. It was like straight up like what you would see like if, you know, there's like some street gang, you know, rolling up on some dude that they want to do a hit on or some shit. It basically was that, but a bunch of feds with badges. So it's just like, and the only reason why he was important is because he defended himself. So it's just like, I mean, you know, when it comes to just like anything that goes against, you know, their whole type of narrative or against their people or their tribe and shit, they will literally throw anything and fucking everything under the sun that they can at you and shit. Which is why, you know, especially in my mind, it's like, you know, when a push comes to shove, I frankly definitely got no problem, you know, fighting back against them. Because, I mean, I know how they play. They don't play by the rules. They don't follow the law. That doesn't mean I, you know, do that either. But that means at least, you know, when they want to come after me and come for my fucking blood, I ain't gonna just sit there and take it. Are you familiar at all with the Mumia Abu Jamal case? I don't think so. Is that the case where that dude was going on a jog in the neighborhood and like two fucking white thugs just rolled up on the guy and shot him because they thought he was like a criminal or something, stealing shit? Because it sounds familiar. But again, I might be wrong, because honestly, I mean, it doesn't sound too familiar, but I wouldn't be surprised if, I mean, it's probably a similar case to it if it isn't. No, he was a Black Panther and journalist accused of murdering cops for no evidence. Oh. Well, and still in prison. Well, I'm honestly not really surprised at all. Just considering it's just like, oh, we got a minority, and plus somebody who is straight up, you know, like a political agitator, and a journalist, you know, trying to, you know, look into our corruption and our fucking racist shit. Let's just plant evidence that he killed some cops of ours and just put him in prison. Pretty interesting, complex case, but it's pretty obvious he's innocent. I mean, honestly, all things considered, and even if he did kill cop, yeah, satire YouTube. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, I mean, guaranteed he is innocent, and honestly, like, let's say he even did, like, the fact that he's still in prison for is pretty fucking ridiculous. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he served his time. My stepdad Lars says a Confederate officer and it's hilarious. I need to send you a picture of him in full uniform. So, oh, dude, do it. Do it. Dude, you gotta do it, bro. Oh my god, man. I'll LARP as a Union officer and you can send it to, send that to him. And be like, have like a little bayonet, a musket with a bayonet on it. Or get like a little Gatling gun, just like... Well, if I did, I would have to have another guy, to look like he's also, like, because Gatling gun was like a 2 or 3 man crew, not a 1 man thing, so. At least at that time. You had someone hold and aim and crank the fucking thing and someone feeding the ammo to you. You can't really do both at once. Like it's to be a Spartan war recreation. Or like a Blair Mountain war recreation. I guess it wouldn't be a war, it would be a battle, but... Old Gadsden Civil War was a 4-man job, I think. Oh, really? Well, I guess to move it around, too. have like, you know, two men be like the logistical crew, and then the other two be like the actual gunners. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Weed. Dios mío, cabrón. What community post is this? Meet the Kenyan presidential candidate campaigning on marijuana and hyena testicles? Wait, what? The marijuana thing is base, but the hyena balls are like, is what's getting me here. Wait, what? Oh, hold on. I'm not even kidding. Oh my god, fuck your cookies! Yeah, yeah, whatever. What the fuck? What the hell? Georgia Wajakoya. George Wajakoya is well behind the two frontrunners, but his Ganja tribe has gained attention of local media and younger voters. He's well behind the polls, but he could have a say in the result. Oh, he needs to be like... Dude, he needs to be the frontrunner, bro. As Kenya's two leading presidential hopefuls vie for votes in the upcoming election. There should be a wee string called Howling Hyena. Dude, there actually should. A third candidate has emerged on a campaign of marijuana and hyena testicles to help solve a country's economic problems. East Africa's wealthiest nation is holding an election on the 9th of August. Okay. What? What? Why is this? However, reggae aficionado Georgia Wajakoya has emerged as a wildcard candidate. I love those candidates. Who has promised to erase the country's debt with his ganja solution. He has attracted younger members of the electorate, many say conventional politicians have failed to tackle it. Yeah. Well, yeah, of course, just like literally everywhere else around the world. A gravedigger turned law professor has pulled around 2% of votes. Aww. He needs more than that. He needs like 2,000. But could have said it, could have said an election if he endorses one of the front runners or takes votes from another. During his campaign trial, he has promised to wipe out Kenya's nearly $70 billion debt by establishing a medical cannabis industry and exporting animal parts to China, where it says hyena testicles are considered a delicacy. Alright. I mean, that's one way to handle it. And create a new tribe known as the Ganja tribe, he said. China's weird. They really are. I'm just gonna be honest. They kind of are. We always say that Japan's fucking weird, but let's just be honest. China's got some weirdness about them, too, that we don't really address. they got some weird shit going on there, too. I tried hiding in testicles. Bro. Anything testicle related, I would not eat. I'm sorry. I just couldn't. No. I'll literally... No. I'll literally like sew my mouth shut if it took me to just refuse. No. These politicians, they have helicopters, they have money, they don't have painted cars, I don't even have a single poster. The Ganja solution, Mr. Rachakoya is known as a well-known figure on Nairobi's club scene, and local media coverage for his run. The president's latest speculation is backed by a bigger campaign to try to trunk the youth vote. However, he's dismissed his saying he's turned down offers for cash smoke from candidates. Instead, he dreams smoking marijuana in the president's office. Based. We should go to the State House, smoke around it until it removes colonial impurities. Based, dude. I love it. I love this guy. I love this guy, man. He needs to be the front runner, dude. I love this guy. The 60-year-old said his wood-paneled office sporting a do-rag and listening to Hare Krishna prayer. Other policies in his manifesto range from federalizing the government and renegotiating China. Kenya said with China to hanging people out found guilty of corruption. Well, we've come to the ganja solution, he said. The wild card, he's really about his ganja. The wildcard candidate is running on a shoestring budget with sports creating homemade posters featuring a Snow White beard as slogan. Washakoya V, referring to his bid to become Kenya's 5th president. If he showed you the amount of money I have, you would laugh. Because of his budget, his rallies followed him at markets unannounced, playing reggae music from his car, pitching his candidacy to onlookers. That's honestly kind of base, though. Honestly, I kind of like his whole campaign, thing where he just like spontaneously just kind of randomly shows up and just like speaks to random onlookers just out in like a public market or some shit. Like, honestly, like, if there's, like, some random, like, president candidate here in the U.S. that just, like, randomly just, like, it's like, no, you know what? No, fuck my staffers. I'm literally just gonna get in a fat van with, like, a couple people, and I'm just gonna, like, drive around and just spontaneously show up random places. It's like, and basically you're just gonna have to kind of guess where I'm going next based on where I've been, last time. It's just like, I mean, honestly, in a way, that's kind of cool. That's actually kind of a weird, like, very kind of like down-to-earth factor about somebody that I think, someone might appreciate a little bit, when it comes to like, being like an outsider. Like, they're not relying on like this big orchestrated thing as much. They're just kind of going out there and just driving around fucking random places and meeting people and just kind of like making their case and just letting people recording and, spreading his shit on social media just by, like, or her, it could be anybody, just by, doing that, basically just using social media and other factors to spread the message. I mean, that's also kind of smart in a way. Like, you have, like, it's not like you eschew, like, the more structural campaign base, but you have, like, your team working, kind of at, like, the, home base, and you just kind of go out there with, like, a little team of, of your own, and then just kind of go out there and just kind of keep in touch with, the home base and shit, and just kind of go drive around, and just spontaneously, just, like, go to places and shit, and hell, even make it where it's like, hey, you might have better chances in, these towns, because there's, like, some cool markets and, high activity in these places and stuff. There's some really cool, like, pretty, well-known bars or places like here in this small town, blah, 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 just shit like that. If done, like, logistically well, like, and honestly, like, a campaign done similar to what this dude is doing could actually be done pretty well. I mean, in a way, O'Rourke kind of did that when he was running for governor, or Senate, against Ted Cruz. Like, he kind of did that a little bit. He literally went to, like, every county and to, like, every little town and shit. And it did really actually work a little bit, so there is something to be said about it, so... I mean, it's like, even if, like, some corporate schmuck guy can do it, and, some random little some random dude, here in Kenya on a shoestring budget can do it, even though this, despite that, he probably won't, really get much anywhere. I mean, it kind of does show a sense of effectiveness. So, I don't know. I mean, there's something to be said about it. Especially if it's more spontaneous, because, like, oh, this is that candidate? Oh, shit, he's here. Oh, okay. Or she's here. Oh, shit. All right, cool. Let's see what they have to say then. So, I don't know. I mean, if anything, there is something to be said, and I think it could work. I honestly kind of like this dude, low-key, though. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate he's so well behind in the polls and shit, but I really dig, a lot of what he's doing, though. I still really don't get the whole hyena testicle thing and shit, but... okay. I mean, you know what? Either way, I dig it. I like him. I like this guy. Oh my god, all the ads. Holy shit. I think this is the dude right here, yeah. Dude, he even looks dope, dude. I'd totally smoke fucking weed with this guy. Hang out with him and, chat with him and, Dude, he looks dope. Dude, I like this guy. Ah, community post is gone. I wanted to see what people were saying in the comments of that community post. God damn it. Wait, maybe I can find it again. Can I? No, that's gone. God damn it. I wanted to see what people were saying, because I wanted to see what, like, people were, like, I'm sure there's going to be some fun, you know, hold on, it was Sky News, right? Like, let me just go to their YouTube channel, I can find it there. Let's see what some of their comments are on this. Oh, yeah, okay, here it is. The most recent one. Sweet. This man's got his priorities straight! That's a lethal combo. Last time I did that, I was up 4 days straight. Marijuana and dying at Tesco. Man of the people, truly. This is the man we do. I love these comments. He's got the draw and the balls. He's got... Oh my god. He's not the man we wanted, but he's the man we deserve. Yes. I vote for him right here now. Yes, I would. Fucking legend. Oh my god, I love these, dude. He had me at the first part, lost me shortly thereafter. Nah, dude, he won me on the second half. Oh my god, dude, I love it. Dude, everyone in the comments loves him. Like, everybody in the comments in that post are just loving him. They love him. Everyone agrees. Dude, make him, like, king of the earth. Make him emperor of the earth. He would get it. He'll solve everything about this world, dude. Just make him emperor of the world. You know, God emperor of earth. You know, he'll solve it all. He's got his priorities straight, man. Make the entire earth a part of his Gaunter tribe, bro. Of course, the thing about Hank Robles is going a little too far. We should never do such a thing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one thing about that, yeah, I mean, capital punishment. I mean, you know, you think a ganja smoker wouldn't be, you know, so square like that, you know what I mean? I mean, I guess that might be why some, you know, I mean, you know, we could definitely overlook it, though. We could overlook that. You know what, ignore? I'd throw my left police to the wind if Trump campaign. I'll make a canvas legal, promise to smoke weed in the Oval Office. Dude. Fuck. The thing is, though, he would have to actually do it. You can't just say it and promise it and campaign on it. He has to actually do it. Like, make a whole big video, make a whole big hoopla on it, and just do it. But you want to know who could do that? And he wouldn't have to do that at all? If he, you know, decided to run for president, but he's running for Senate? Gary Chambers. Because he straight up wants, yeah, he straight up has like an ad where he is smoking weed. And burning a Confederate flag. And a bunch of other shit. Like, Gary Chambers is outright based. Actually, you know, I like to see some left stream on the same day some fascists fuck bites the destiny and be like, that's just awful, gets a ball of wine. And all I want to say is I take no pleasure in the death of this person, pops the cork and throws the streamer around. Dude, you know, I mean, I kind of do that whenever there is a fascist fuck that kind of bites it. I mean, you know, it's just like, there isn't really that many out there that do, but when they do, it's nice. Well, I mean, it's a very big tragedy. I mean, it's a travesty, a very horrible travesty. Very sad, you know. It's like we, you know, rip respects to the fellow man, you know. I would take my hat off if I had a hat on, and just be like, you know, hang my head in somberness. that felt good. How did I even, like, pop? How did I even, like, pop shit, like, right here? Like, how in the... I just, like, oh, I did that. It felt good, but I was like, what in the fuck? How did that even happen? Ugh. Oh, that felt nice. Mmm. Got a little something here I can't quite get yet. You know, here, what time is it? Oh, almost 4:20. Hey, almost 4:20. I do have a bowl loaded up already. I think I'll just wait. I'll just wait to smoke that. But I'm also like 10 minutes till the 2-hour mark, because I do have a couple errands I need to do. Get some supplies for a little camp trip that Sunday. Which, that's going to be pretty dope. I'm going to this place called Nehalem Bay State Park and shit, which I don't think I've been there, but at least not camping-wise. Make s'mores. I'm definitely going to probably get some of those supplies. I'm going to go to Sportsman's first to mainly get some camping supplies there. And with that, probably also get some more ammo too. But I'm not, it's not a camping trip where, I can go out and, like, find a little spot to shoot. So those will be staying. But so I've been using saltines. It's an acceptable alternative. I mean, it's one of those things where you gotta do what you gotta do. I also need to put some money in the bank, too. Because I realize I have a lot of fucking money in my wallet, and I'm just like, I need to put a lot of this in my bank right now. Because I also need to get, I was going to get some stuff online, too. Because, you know what, honestly, I might just, just wait on buying the ammo, because I think I might just buy, like, a fat bulk of ammo and shit online. Because it's honestly cheaper. Like, at least the stuff that I've been getting is Bellum, which is Serbian made, but it's like $20 or like $1 a round at Swarson's. But online, it's like maybe between like $1.20 to $1.50 a round, so a lot cheaper. Especially when money matters in a penny pinching time right now. Yeah. Cheap ammo's good. I mean, well, luckily Bellum isn't cheap, actually. It's actually really good quality ammo. There's only one bullet that kind of fucked up, and I have it saved up there, where somehow the bullet, like, got, like, scraped up against something, like the barrel or some shit, and literally, like, the bullet itself got smushed itself in. I mean, I don't even know how it happened, still don't know, but it was literally the only bullet that kind of got fucked up. The rest of them were fine, so I think it just might have been a faulty bullet. Which happens. I mean, you get those every now and then. Just want to be careful with those. Want to look out for them. I've eaten an entire sleeve of saltines. I mean, who hasn't, honestly? I think we all done that at one point or another. And I think I hear the mail truck too. That also reminds me, I've been expecting like this handguard from AK. And I don't even think it's fucking shipped yet. Emails, please tell me there's a notification for it. I actually have a union email thing. No, actually, look at that in a second. No, there isn't. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, let me find the original one so I can... Where the fuck is it? Okay, maybe I should have started this. Oh my god. Does it really go this far back? Oh my god, no way it goes this far back. I'm already... No. Where in the fuck is it? Ugh. Why must I have to search for this bullshit? Where is it? Okay, this is getting annoying. Alright, you know what? Hold on. I can just do this. Where's the search? Oh, right here. There we go. Yay! Here we go. Alright, now I found it. Okay, now to go to this. And see the status of this fucking shit. Expected to be shipped on my birthday. Oh my fucking god. It literally keeps moving forward. No. And the front side adjustment tool I ordered is not even like expected or anything. It just says it's... Oh my fucking god. Absurd. Yeah, what the hell? I have to sit here and wait for the damn thing to even just ship. Ugh. Annoying. Annoyance. Boo. I hate that shit. Estimated time of arrival, the number 8 lying on the side. It's, oh my god, dude. Just infinity, dude. Ugh. That would just be horrible. That would be horrible. I mean, I can't even show what it looks like what I'm getting to. I mean, for what it is, it shouldn't be this fucking long. It's basically just this. Well, where the fuck did it go? It was, oh, there it is. I'm getting in this color, in olive green. But I'm pretty much gonna just, I'm not gonna use the top. I'm just gonna have the bottom of it. I'm just gonna leave the bottom sides looking pretty nice, but use that like that long top Picatinny rail. Put that on the bottom of it, and then maybe have like one, like, you know, a Picatinny rail on the side on one side of it for maybe like a flashlight or a laser, but just on one side. Because I want to have it so I can have a forward grip on it. Or at the very least, so it fits in with the pistol grip that I have as well. Because it's also a nice little olive green color. So it's just like, eventually, when it shows the fuck up, wait, what type of fucking AK setup is this? This is like this is like one of the AKs has like an example with it on it. I'm not even wondering what the fuck is going on with it. I'm wondering what is going on with everything around it. Like, first of all, what the fuck is going on with that pistol grip? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, what is this pistol grip? That is cringe. And why is the front sight so fucking up? Like, I'm just gonna be honest, I never liked sights like that up front. Like, so far up ahead like that, it's always annoyed me, honestly. You can just tell it's shopped on there, too. Like, it doesn't even fit quite right. But, like, bruh. Bruh. Oh my god, like the fucking, yeah, like, I mean, it's just shopped on there, so, I mean, it's just a stock photo, but still, like, that, like, what is that? Like, this is what stands out as, like, kind of what the fuck to me. And why is that, like, buttstock, like, so low? Like, no wonder you need, like, a little cheek riser on that thing. I mean, it's, like, fucking, like, that thing's going down to your elbow. It's like an elbow stock, not a fucking buttstock, Jesus. Like, what type of fucking goddamn, like, setup is that? If I saw that on, like, that, you know, like, see, this one at least looks okay. This one looks fine. It just kind of, you know, like, the cheek riser at least looks, you know, pretty decent on it, you know, and at least, like, you know, even if it is shopped, which at least this one I don't think it is. But that other one, though, it's just like, what in the actual fuck, bro? At least that one looks kind of nice. Boop. Boop. Squishing between my thighs. And what, suffocate me to death? Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Get suffocated to death. Which, if anything, you know, probably be a horrible pungent death. A horribly pungent one. Like, oh lord. That Alabamian funk. The Alabamian funk in the swamp. Fumigating all up in there. Oh no. I mean, if anything, I might be able to absorb enough oxygen within the moisture that I might be able to, like, it might just prolong the suffering too. Oh god. Like, not enough to keep me alive, but long enough to prolong it. Oh no. Oh god, no. Me. Alright. And open this up back. Because I know you're kind of clogged, bitch. Anyway. Get this last little bowl smoked out. At least for right now. Get my errands done for today. Get my camp supplies all stocked up, and then get money bank. What else do I need to do? A couple other things too. Oh, and you know what? Do it. Since I'm going to be near that area, I'm wondering if I should get sushi, because I'm going to be in that area where I got sushi last time. Ooh, I might just do that. Will you be back later? Yep. Yeah, when I'm all done and all that. Don't know when specifically, but I know at some point. Oh, that was what I'm looking. It's 80. Not too bad. Not too bad. It's actually kind of decent in comparison to like the past week. So that's good at least. Ugh. But anyway, at least call it good for now. And of course, be back around later and all that fun shit. So, listen in the meantime. Peace out, and I shall see y'all